Here's something everybody likes to do. They like to show you the unboxing. Well, there it is. That's what I purchased this morning. The Primus Classic Trail Burner. Powerful gas stove for camping, cooking, and any outdoor adventure. So we're going to go ahead and open this and see what I get in it. Then we're going to weigh it at the same time. Of course, you always get your instructions. It's a 2243 Primus stove. Comes in its own little bag. Feels like there's more than just that in there. Oh, it comes with the valve that's got to be screwed on. Already I can say I'm not sure I like this. It seems mighty big. It is on the heavy side, and we're going to weigh this right now. Okay, I got my new stove out. We're going to go with weighing this thing. The fuel is 13 3/8 ounces. The fuel with the stove goes to 1 pound 4 ounces. £1 pound 4 ounces for the fuel and the stove. £1 pound 4 5/8 ounces with the bag that carries it. I've always used Primus stoves when I was younger because that was the thing to use. But we're talking a whole lot of weight here. Let me go get my sterno and my fuel and my Trangia and see what that weighs. Stand by. Hi folks, Ron Wasik here again, the Polish Pickle. I deleted a little bit out of my last video because I wanted to do a double unboxing. I had purchased the Primus stove, camping stove, hiking stove, 2 days ago. Brought it home, weighed it, and found out that what I use to heat water, my cups, just doesn't fit on the Primus stove. I'll show you the Primus stove. I've already had it filmed. I did it yesterday for the other video, but I've taken it off of there and put it on its own video. So you're going to see unboxing of it, the weighing of it. I'm very displeased in that the cup sits in the middle of the flame, not on it. And to me, that's a waste of fuel, and it's a waste of heat. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the cup I use to heat my water in the woods. The heater would sit on the outside with the flames aiming that way, all the way around. There was no flame underneath. Besides, the weight of it was 1 pound 4 ounces with the fuel. It's keeping in what everything else was in the way of weight. But stand by, I'm going to get my paperwork. Okay, I got my paperwork, but all I have weighed right now is the Trangia stove, the sterno, and the heat fuel. That come up to 1.6 and a half. So what I got to do now is unpack the new MSR Pocket Rocket I just got this morning from Dick's Sporting Goods. So let me get this thing aimed. We're going to open the box. We're going to see what this all weighs, and we'll make our decisions from there. Stand by. I hate backing up to say something, but I've got to do it. On the video, I talked about only taking the ferro rod. I've rethought about it, And because I got the Pocket Rocket without the electronic ignition, the piezo start, and this sometimes just isn't good enough to start a little stove, I've decided to add a little Altoids tin with 2 lighters inside. Good old Zippo lighters. Now, I was worried about the fuel coming out of these by just being in your rucksack and the knob getting hit, expending all your fuel. But if I put them in here and tape them together and then tape this shut, the lighters will be okay for a long time. I'm taking 2. I mean, you never know when you're going to need them, even though I enjoy using this more than anything. So that was a change from yesterday. This will go in my rucksack. I'm going to tape it shut. Now let's get on to weighing the Pocket Rocket. Okay, here we go. Instructions. Nice little packaging. Since I'll be carrying it like this to protect it, I'm going to weigh this first. Comes up to 3 7/8 ounces. This alone comes up to 3 ounces. So as you can see, I'm sure you've seen these Pocket Rockets before. That's it. It's got the oh, okay. It's got a little control on it, and this and this come up to a total of 1 pound 3/8 ounce. That to me is lighter. This is a stronger stove. Keep in mind, I will still be taking my little jerry can of heat, which is only 7 1/4 ounces for lighting fires if I have to. But so far, I'm very, very happy with that compared to my Sterno stove, my full heat fuel, the Trangia burner, which comes up to 1 pound 6 1/2 ounces. So I'm very happy with that. That, number one, it's lighter. Number two, you can make your choice on what's going to take more space. So far this seems to be winning out, because this thing here is really big and kind of awkward. The only awkward bit of this is the roundness of this, but because of my cups, you see I'm carrying round stuff anyway, so just about the same size, just about the same height. So where the cup goes in on one side, this will go in on the other side. Now my test coming up is more or less what I heard from Uncle Noel on one of my previous trips, who used nothing but the small burner. I asked him how he controls how much fuel. Well, he said he weighs it, and he writes right on the side how much fuel he has left in here. Now, according to the box, this is 3 ounces exactly, and these canisters have 8.9 ounces of fuel, or 230 grams. So by doing this, it weighs 13 ounces total. Let's see what it is in the way of grams. It shows 378 grams. So by knowing that, I can figure out what half is, and I can figure out what almost empty is, and I can do the same thing as Uncle Noel. So there we go. There's unboxing of my Trangia stove. I'm going to go ahead and light this for the first time. Stand by, let me get it put together. Okay, as you can see, it's together. I'm going to go ahead and light this thing, I hope. It can be done with the ferro rod. As you can see, it's on full burn. Up high, down low. Very happy with that. I'm going to do one more to see that this is going to work okay for me. Yeah, without burning a finger, I believe this is going to be okay. Now you'll see the difference where my pot will fit on the flame instead of having the flame way out to the side of the pot. So yeah, this is going to boil water faster. Okay, there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you hung in there with me. Two different stoves. Didn't like the other one. Didn't even start it up. Too heavy. The weight of this thing here, total, £1, 1.1 ounce. So to me, it's worth carrying. I believe this will solve some of my problems up there, especially with the wind. I did have a problem with the Trangia sitting inside this stove as the wind kept wanting to blow it out. Don't get me wrong, that's a great little stove. I've talked about it before. I'm very happy with it. I think it's just time for a change to see if I can do better. Before I wrap this up, I wanted to do one last thing. I want to thank Hiram Cook for informing me about the Trangia stove. I did not know that in the freezing temperatures you have to actually warm it up for it to work. I have not been in temperatures that cold, even though I did use it on the Appalachian Trail hike with Dusty when we went up in the 8 inches of snow. Because I was carrying it in my pack so close to my body, I guess it stayed warm enough and I never even thought about it. So I watched Hiram Cook's last one about warming up, putting a wick around it and warming it up, or having the warmer hook up for the bottom of the Trangia, where you put a little bit of alcohol in it and let it burn for a little bit and it heats it up. So I thank you, Hiram, in case you're watching this. I appreciate that information. So that's it. Thanks for watching. That's my unboxing of the stoves. Stay strong, patient, and trust your journey.